This video is to be considered public domain property. Please use and distribute freely. While not scientifically accurate, the model in this video is there to provide an illustration of the unusual hollow artifact at Spirit Soul 370. The intention is to show the public that this is an artifact on the planet Mars, one of many hollow artifacts, some of which are apparently have mechanisms inside them. The public must understand the truth that Mars was, and probably still is, inhabited by unknown creatures. This is primary object of interest from Spirit Soul 370. This photo was taken close to 2 o'clock in the afternoon Martian time. Now we're going to notice the first thing is the right hand side and top are straight across. They're not rock-like, they're not variable or anything like that. The second thing we're going to notice is it's open a little bit on the left hand side as if it was broken or something, and there's a big horseshoe shaped lip right in front of the object. However, what is most fascinating about this thing is that it's hollow and it has something like an impeller or a fan inside of it. We'll see that in the next clip. Here we have the enhanced version where I've tweaked the lighting a little bit. Now the thing that's hanging down from the center is quite obvious, to say the least. What we have here is clearly a manufactured object with a wheel or pulley or something that's hanging down from the roof of it. It has a big fat lip that's in front of it. It's like a door or something, my guess. And there are other objects that are clearly visible inside of it as well. You can't tell the exact shape of what these are, but they certainly are not a part of a natural object. I mean, this thing is hollow, it's got different things inside of it. And it's not unique in the Martian photos either. There are other hollow objects. So that's what we have. Notice it's a little broken up on the left hand side. When I bring up my model, I'm going to show I cut that out in order to make it a little more realistic. My model can't really compare with this. The red arrow points to what I call the impeller. It's this object that's hanging down from the roof, and I don't know whether it was spun or what the function is. Repeated attempts to determine the exact shape haven't worked out so hot, but we can easily see what's inside it. It's an impeller or whatever you want to call it. Now here's my model that I constructed. You can see that I cut out a little bit on the side to simulate what the other object is missing. I also put in my version of an impeller. It's just a couple pieces of cardboard. I made up a little shaft and hung it in there so we could see that this is a hollow object once again. Both objects are hollow. That's merely an illustration. It's not scientifically accurate. I only want to show that we have a hollow object here. Note the lip that's on the front. In the Mars photo, it's much thicker. It's like a horseshoe lip. I just cut out a piece of cardboard one more time and glued it on there. The rear, once again, is actually probably sloped in the back. Mine isn't. I didn't think it was necessary. I'm more concerned with what is inside this thing than what's in the rear. Here are different angles of my little model. I am not a professional model maker, and I don't really have much in the way of artistic talent, so I hope you'll bear with me. Once again, this is my attempt to illustrate for people this object. Here's another angle on it. you're seeing it from the right hand side. You can see the lip again. You can see my little model that's inside of it for an impeller. That's about it as far as this object is concerned. It's hollow. Okay, now here we have side-by-side comparison with their photo and mine. You can see mine's much clearer, much more crisp. When it's got all the components of the original, I'd say we have a reasonably good match there. Both objects are hollow. Both are manufactured. The problem is, one is on planet Earth and the other is on planet Mars. Now we're going to take a look at a couple other relatively minor objects. I'm not going to do 3D sims on them. I call these two objects the penguins because they're kind of upright and kind of shaped like an emperor penguin. That's not what they are. I believe they're, once again, types of exhaust vents or something like the main object is. They're interesting. They're going to require further study, though. This is directly in front of the main object. In some enhancements, I've shown that there's possibly 3 pegs. That kind of whitish area on top seems to hook into something on the left. Like I said, 3 pegs. I can't prove it yet. I may continue to study this object for some time. It doesn't look like quite a natural rock, to be honest with you. So the studies are going to continue on this. And next I'm going to wrap this up and we'll get going from there. While detailed inspection of the inside of this hollow artifact is not possible, the visual record shows that it was at one time a machine. You want a disclosure? You got it. We just have to get the public to listen. We have to tell them the truth. Now, I don't want any of you to be discouraged thinking you don't have the talent to do this or you don't have the talent to do that. Baloney. Do what you can. And it's not limited to Mars. Go out in the field if you have a UFO sighting and take readings. Or just take a pencil and clipboard. Do anything. We have to show the public the truth and show that the government is lying on these subjects. Thank you very much.